Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be making a video where we can tell you some weapon counters. So if you don't know, some weapons have counter to them. Like some weapons are good counter against other weapons. So I'll be telling you what they are. Let's start off with a pretty widely used weapon, it's actually called the assault rifle. It's a weapon you probably also have. Now, you can use another assault rifle to counter that assault rifle, or you could just get a burst rifle, which is pretty good too. Another widely used weapon is a crossbow. Many people are actually fond of the sniper, and the crossbow is like a cheaper and weaker version of the sniper. So that's why a lot of people use it. Now you could use good movement to dodge the attacks, or you could just use a katana to block the attacks. One of both of these work pretty good, but I honestly think the good movement part is much more cheaper because it's free. It just takes a bit of skill, and katana takes both uh, uh, keys 45 and also skill to time it perfectly. So I honestly use the good movement. Wait, why did I God movement here? I'm so stupid. Okay, so yeah, that's all. That's the crossbow. A lot of people also use the RPG, and on my case, it's really annoying. But the bullets are slow. The bullets are slow, so you can just get movement. You get good movement and just dodge the attacks. I mean, it's pretty easy. You could use a sight too. I didn't mention that here because I just didn't, or an assault rifle, because because hitting and shooting something, an RPG takes some time, and you can do mass damage to them with an AR because they'll move even slower. Another thing is a sniper. You will see it more with pro players than starter players, but of course, the katana works. Now I could give you good movement, but pro players also have probably have really good aim, or just have aim assist like that. You then good movement ain't gonna do no crap there. So that's why only katana. Minigun is also katana. This works especially better if they have aim assist. You can't stop hitting. A flamethrower is actually isn't a weapon, rather staying far away from something. Uh, uh, Flamethrower actually doesn't have good range. You have to get pretty close to your enemy to actually kill them or do any damage actually. So just stay far, use a assault rifle or something like that. And you can honestly use any weapon. Just don't use any close range weapon like a shotgun or a revolver. Just stay far away from them. After the flamethrower, there's the bow, and the answer to bow is the daggers. For what reason? First of all, you're faster when you use the daggers than you are with the bow, and also it just is better. It's easier to hit with, and you have a chance to hit both of the daggers, results to 40 damage, while a double charged hit actually only does 40 damage. Okay, the second one is the paintball gun, and the paintball gun is kind of like a premium version of the AR. You can just use an assault rifle to counter it. It's not that much better. I honestly think it's not even that better. I don't even think it's better. But yeah, paintball gun, kind of overrated in my opinion. The shotgun. You'll see this with more starter players, but the shotgun is decent. It's a pretty good weapon for starters, and just stay far away from people because it has massive damage drop off. And the same for the shorty. It's kind of the same. It's the same shotgun, but it's just more OP. Something like the revolver is hard to counter, but there is a counter for it. Good movement. Hitting someone with a revolver is much harder to do with other weapons, but some people with good aim actually use it. So if you have godlike movement, a good master-like movement, they won't be able to do a single thing to you. A Uzi would be an AR. Uzi is like an AR, but does less damage. So you can just use an AR when they're using the Uzi. Or you could also use something else like a slingshot. but that's too expensive. You would use the daggers to, like wall jiggle and kill them. Wall jiggling is like when you hide behind the wall, go out for a second and hit them, and then go back behind the wall. Could do that. Oh yeah. Well, now, using a katana, this isn't a weapon or anything trait that you need. You just need to learn to stop shooting like instantly. You might get hit yourself with a few bullets, but thing is, they won't use katana to really, well, what can I say? They won't really use the katana the normal way. They'll just use the deflect ability in the most vulnerable time. So you just have to learn how to not shoot instantly when you say. A knife is staying far. Now, one thing with the knife is that people use this trick. So what they do is when you're like behind them, they're like in front of you. They turn, slide backwards, and then when they're behind you, they use the backstab ability to backstab you. A lot of noobs don't know that, so they get destroyed by only the knife. If someone's approaching you and like they backward slide to you, just run. Stay far. Just don't get close to them in the first place. Don't try to use another knife to kill them. They will hit you first because they are very pro with the knife if they're using it. But other than that, I don't think there's another counter. You could use a freeze ray to freeze them because they're pretty vulnerable at that time. But using something like an AR, you won't be able to kill them fast enough until they reach you. The freeze ray, I just mentioned it. I actually have gold on this weapon, and because it's one of my favorites, but I got the medkit free to play, so I don't use it. I don't use it. Well, I do use it, but like not every single match. It's actually kind of like my second most used, and actually not first because I used it a lot because I have gold on it. Yeah. So when I faced other freeze ray men, people who use freeze ray, and I think I know what's the counter. Good movement or a sight. Whenever someone's shooting, there is a huge range. So instead of sighting, when they shoot, side even second before they shoot. If they take out the if they do take out the freeze ray, they're only taking it out because to shoot you. So if you see someone taking out the freeze ray, side up. Hitting someone with the freeze ray is much more harder because people usually aim at the ground and then the range gets you. So if you're up high, they won't be able to do much. But that doesn't mean they still can't freeze you. If they hit your body, you will be freezed. So stay off the ground and yeah, just try to kill them. If you get freezed and they have something like a knife, shorty, or revolver, just hope, just hope that they mess up something. Because you are not escaping that unless you mess up your setup. So the exo gun, it's I usually would do something, think of a more unique thing because good movement is probably for a lot of these weapons. But really, what else can you do? You can't block it with the katana. I mean, people with good aim, people who use it have good aim, so you're kind of getting hit. The only thing you can do is just move around a lot. I That's kind of it. You kind of just have to move around. There's really nothing you can do to stop that. It is inevitable. Well, I think that's all the weapons I'll be talking about. I know it's not all of them, and I probably did not mention any of the melee other than knife and yeah, the knife. But really, other than the knife, what other melee do they use to do damage? Like I know the battle axe, but barely. Just stay far away from them. Sight no, and yeah, most of it. So I also didn't add any utilities, but it's gonna become too long if I add those. So yeah, I intend to make relatively short videos, but yeah, I think that's gonna be all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.